What's going on, people? Welcome back. OnlyFacts Sports Podcast, episode 41. A lot to talk about. It's a better week this week than last week in terms of topics. I'm not going to lie, bro.
Yeah,
just in terms of drama. Just in terms of
depends, innit? Like, recently, let me just adjust my mic. Recently,
professionals would do that before we start recording.
No, I didn't, because obviously I moved my jacket. Recently, everything's kind of been quiet, but we're going to have a busy back end of January. So, yeah, bruv, and this week's probably going to be one of the busiest in terms of football. But yeah, next week's going to be even bigger for boxing. So.
100%. Let's start with the boxing. Do you know what I'm saying? For any of you lot that's new here, OnlyFacts Sports, we cover football, boxing, all types of other sports. I'm thinking about going live for a couple of UFC fights, you know?
You can. I won't be going live.
Just why not, innit? Because a lot of people ask, to be fair. A lot of people do come in the comments and ask. So, do you know what I'm saying? But that's what we do here. And we cover only the facts of the sport.
That's what I'm thinking about. Like, more than anything, when we're talking about OnlyFacts Sports, we need to start covering other sports, but just covering the facts in it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Let us know if you're from another channel and you want to collab, innit?
Yeah, any other sports that you cover. You don't want to take the jacket off. You just a bit uncomfortable.
Nah, bro.
My house cold or something.
Nah.
Shane making it look like I can't afford the electric bill.
Nah, I'm good, bro.
Alright, say no more. Let's start with the big names in boxing. Big names in boxing. Jai Opetaia left Eddie Hearn. There's had a couple of fights that are not really what the fans want to see. And there's only two names that people want to see him get closer and closer to. And it's a bit of an L for him because there was one name that everybody wanted to see you fight. And now you've allowed, or Jai Opetaia has allowed, there to be two names that people might want to see him fight. Now, obviously, with Benavidez fighting Zurdo Ramirez, it's not a great look for Jai because you're allowing someone to come from outside the division to come up and fight Zurdo. And if Benavidez were to win, it looks even worse. But Jai Opetaia, obviously, big name in boxing.
I think if Zurdo was to win, it would be even worse.
Whichever way. But I think if Zurdo loses, it's even worse. I think if Zurdo loses, it's even worse.
If Zurdo wins,
because that means it was an easily winnable undisputed fight.
No.
You thought Zurdo was going to beat Jai.
I still do, but the issue that I have with that is Zurdo. If Zurdo beats Jai and Benavidez, him being in cruiserweight for half the time, he's already got a significantly better resume. Significantly better. And you've been there, and then you go and sign with Zuffa Boxing. Like,
well, this is
what fighters do Zuffa Boxing have that's going to get you any closer?
This is what I'm saying. What all the fans want to see is that whoever...
No, don't say all the fans. You see these Australian fans, yeah? These man, yeah? But you don't need to get off your knees, fam. On a serious level, you don't need to get off. The way they love Jai Opetaia is blinding their judgment, bro. But is that one of the driving forces to why he makes the decisions that he makes, though? Because his fans allow him to get away with murder. Because you can't say you want to fight X, Y, Z, but then your actions are completely different. Yeah. How you want to get closer to big fights but sign with Zuffa Boxing?
Well, this is exactly what I was coming to introduce the topic properly. What we would want to see is whoever Jai Opetaia signs with is somebody that gets us closer to seeing you fight Zurdo Ramirez. That's all we want to see. We're not interested in anything else. I don't want to see you fight Lawrence Okoli. I don't want to see you fight anyone. There's talk of Anthony Yard going up to cruiserweight to fight Jai. I don't want to see any.
See that?
This is what Tunde and that was saying on TalkSport.
Yeah,
bro. Yard will get iced by Jai Opetaia. I'm so confident of that. But that's not even the point. That's not even a knock on Anthony Yard. It's not even about Anthony Yard. Whatever decision you make next has to be a decision that gets you closer to fighting Zurdo Ramirez.
Or just some form of legacy-defining fights.
No. Zurdo Ramirez. You've got the belt. Zurdo's got 2 belts. That's the fight. I don't know who else in the world, even the Australian fans that suck him off, if you gave them the opportunity to see them fight to see him fight Zurdo or to see him fight some other legacy type of fight, Chris Billum Smith or some other whoever, do you know what I'm saying? Like, man are not interested in that.
No, but Zurdo gets a pass. Because he's fighting Benavidez.
I'm not talking to Zurdo.
You're
moving the topic on too quick.
No, my point is, Zurdo gets a pass because he's fighting Benavidez. That's what I'm saying. You can only get a pass if you're fighting a legacy-defining fight. If he was to fight Bivol or Beterbiev, that's a legacy-defining fight.
I hear you, but they're coming up from a different weight class. You've been the guy at the weight class. You've been the guy for the longest. You're the guy. You know what I mean? You were the guy before when Zerdo was at 168. You've not only have you allowed Zerdo to come all the way up from 168 and come off the back of a loss at 175, you've allowed another guy to come all the way up from 168. There's two guys there that, do you know what I mean? Has Jai fought pro at 175?
No.
He's been a career cruiserweight. But you've got two guys that have come from super middleweight that are going to be fighting. Imagine if Zerdo loses. That's two different guys that have come from super middleweight that have held those belts. And you haven't even been in a fight for those belts. So there's no better legacy than being the undisputed person at that weight class. Then you've got other legacy defining fights after that. But you unify the division first. I'm far more interested in seeing Jai fight Zerdo than I am seeing him fight Bivol.
I know, but I'm saying he gets a pass for that. And I'm far more interested in Zerdo fighting Benavidez, Jai than fighting Benavidez.
Yeah.
But he gets a pass.
But Zerdo's not a free agent. Zerdo's working within the confines of what he's got to work with.
Yeah.
Jai Opetaia was a free agent. He was in a position where he could go and fight anybody. If you're going to fight Sin on, what is it, Satan Sports or something?
Something mad like that.
Do you know what I mean? Santa Sports, Satanta, I don't know what channel. If you're going to fight on some little man channel, you are a free agent. You can't tell me that there was more money in that fight than there was to go and fight Zerdo Ramirez. You can't tell me that. Do you know what I'm saying? And now you're going to sign, allegedly, for Zuffa Boxing, who famously do not have a good relationship with Oscar.
No. They don't even have no relationship with Oscar at all.
That fight is now even further away. So you consistently, this is a thing we have to call these boxers out for. You're telling me I'm chasing these fights, but your actions are showing me something different.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, this guy, for me, logically, when you sign a deal, this is what Bozy and Boots was saying when he signed with Eddie, their extension with Eddie. I need to know what fighters I'm getting part of this extension.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that can't have been a conversation that you had.
It's got to be a plan, innit? It's got to be a business.
That couldn't have been a conversation you had in Zuffa Boxing. Because Zuffa Boxing have no other fighters.
Exactly.
So that means you just want easy money.
Exactly. Which is not in line.
Which shows me, which is what we've seen in recent fights.
Yes.
Because you just been fighting bare man for just that we don't even know.
And I imagine he might have got paid a decent amount of money because he's the only draw. If you're going to fight Sin Cara and you're going to fight in this Australian stadium on a small channel, you've got to have 80-90% of the P's because no one else ain't bringing no money. Do you know what I mean? So it's just a complete show of you. It's not even like an undercard. You know, Canelo used to do this on Cinco de Mayo, but he'd give us decent undercards. He'd fight fights we knew he was going to win, but, you know, there'd be some legacy fights, a decent undercard, etc. What Jai's doing is just disgraceful. I'll be real. Do you know what I mean?
Outside of Australia, I don't think anyone can defend this crap. I don't
Inside
think
of Australia, no one can defend
Now,
it.
people are defending it, bro.
Yeah, they can try, but maybe not successfully.
Bro,
Do you know what I
people
mean?
are defending it, bro. People watch this video and defend it. I'm telling you.
Let us know in the comments below. Let us know if you think that there's something that we're missing or whatever the case may be. Then you let us know. But to me, Zerdo is taking the tougher route, even though he's fighting someone that's coming up from 160. He's not coming up from 168 directly. He's coming up from 175. But that, you know, if Jai was going to fight bigger names, Zerdo would look like a ducker. But now, because of the way you're moving, you look like a duck.
Facts. And when you go and sign with Zuffa Boxing, it's like, bro, this is mad.
Yeah.
Like, Zerdo Ramirez, if we're being honest,
Yeah.
he doesn't need the fight as much as you do.
No.
Like, you need this fight. Like, Zerdo's a career 68. He moved to 75. He lost to Bivol. He moved to cruiserweight to see what he can achieve. Zerdo said he wants to fight, move to heavyweight. But obviously, he's just like doing the Canelo thing where he's just going through the weight classes, but he's not looking to be like the best in that weight class.
Yeah.
If I'm you, bro, I'm try and do something. Bro, I don't know, bro. I've lost a lot of respect for Jai recently.
I'm gonna read you out some of the cruiserweights. He's Jai's IBF champion. I'm gonna read you out some of the cruiserweights that are in the top 10 in his in the IBF. You got Chris Billam-Smith. Mm-hmm. Who's Chris Billam-Smith with?
Well, he was with Boxer. I don't know where Boxer is with that relationship.
Okay, cool. Leonardo Mosquera.
Not on math. I don't really know who that is.
Vidal Riley's just signed with
Misfits.
Could that happen? Could that be a fight maybe? Brandon Glanton, Pat Brown.
Brandon Glanton, I'm pretty sure Glanton is with. Is Glanton with Boxer as well? I know they fought. He's fought on a Boxer
He fought on a
card.
Boxer card, yeah.
He's also fought on a ring card. Who else is the other guy?
Pat Brown.
Pat Brown is with Eddie Hearn.
Yeah. These are all Mike Perez. These are all guys.
Matt Perez, I don't know who he... Man, I don't even know. I can't believe Matt Perez is still fighting. This guy's been around,
He's
boy.
been around for a long time. He's 40 now. But these are all guys that are top 10, top 15 ranked in the IBF. And these are guys that if you're not going to fight Zerdo, you got to be fighting these people. Vidal Riley's ranked number 8. I know it's early in his career, but Vidal Riley brings a lot of commercial value behind him. Even if you were chasing that fight, I'm not going to say that's. I'm not going to say that's legacy defining because it's not. But that's a hell of a lot better than fighting Sin Cara on a small hall show. I'm saying that you were with DAZN. You had the opportunity to have the money on the.
I mean, you were on the ring cards.
Pretty much
you were on the ring cards.
You can bring
card,
anybody over
facts.
on the Riyadh cards or ring cards or whatever. You know, I know that, you know, Zuffa Boxing, at least they understand the influencer world. I feel like Dana White likes that type of world. I don't know if I don't know if there could be some sort of fight maybe with Vidal Riley because the Misfits connection. I don't know. I'm just saying I could see Dana White having a better relationship with Misfits Pro, whoever the fuck runs that, because I don't even know who's the boxing person behind that. But I could see him having a better relationship with them than with Eddie or Frank or Oscar. Definitely
with Frank, Eddie and Oscar.
Yeah.
And Frank doesn't have any like top cruiserweights right now. So yeah man. And Zuffa Boxing's just doing what Zuffa Boxing, to be honest with you, yeah. I'll be honest. My opinions on Zuffa Boxing was very, very, very clear and open at the time, and I didn't think it was gonna work. Mm-hmm. And the more and more I look at it, and the more people they sign, the more and more I still think it don't work.
No, it don't.
Because
you need dance partners.
Facts.
Jai is not, outside of Australia, the reason that Jai, people are not demanding. Go on.
I have a thought.
Go on. If it struck you like that, man got struck by lightning, you might as well tell me. Go on.
Who is also potentially in negotiations
This is what I was coming to. Yeah, I thought that was obvious.
Yeah.
I thought that was obvious.
No.
Okay.
It just came to me now.
No, that's what I was coming to. Jai Opetaia needs great dance partners. But these are two fighters that there's not much longevity in.
There's more longevity in Jai, not longevity in Usyk.
Not if he loses.
Facts.
So the other fighter that there's big talk of signing with Zuffa Boxing is Oleksandr Usyk. Apparently, there's talk of Zuffa Boxing trying to get Usyk, which would be a massive coup, by the way, because I think that people would still... He has the belts. So he's not the biggest commercial name, but he does have the belts.
I'm losing a lot of respect for Usyk.
I don't... Whatever respect you're losing for him, I've told you a lot before, some boxing fans hold man up on too much of a pedestal. And Usyk,
I hold him to the standards that he's held himself to.
Before the money was there. This is like saying that you're losing respect for Crawford because he went and fought Canelo instead of fighting Boots. Once he's established...
No, but that's a legacy fight, though.
Once he's established a certain amount of commercial value, is Jai Opetaia not a better legacy fight than Wardley?
I don't know about that.
It definitely is.
I don't know about that.
Especially if he drops down.
I don't know about that.
Especially if he drops down.
I'm not 100% sure about that.
Oh, for sure.
I'm not 100% sure about that.
Talk to me. Explain your thought process.
Wardley...
At heavyweight, Usyk was looking to fight Chisora. But before we even get to... Wilder. Before we even get to Wardley, Jai Opetaia is a better legacy fight than fighting this version of Wilder.
I agree.
Okay.
And I thank God that the Wilder and Usyk fight ain't happening.
We don't know it's not, but yeah, it looks like it's probably not. Yeah,
we're going to get to that in a second.
Yeah.
But I thank God that fight ain't happening. Because for me, Magic Mike said it the best, yeah? That's Fabio Wardley's manager. Or he co-manages him with Dylan White.
It's a wild name.
He used to be a cut man, so they used to call him Magic Mike hands or something like that.
You know what Magic Mike is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He used to say, bro, you can't reach the Champions League final, and because it's a team that you think you can beat, you just pull out of the final. You can't do that, bro. Like, Fabio Wardley's reached the final. Regardless of whether you feel like he deserves it or not, you owe the responsibility to the fight fans as a world champion, and just as a world champion, you owe it to yourself. You can't be a world champion and just vacate straps, bro. And pick and choose who you want to fight.
I'm not disagreeing, but we're picking and choosing who we have this energy for.
No, I don't. I have this energy for everyone.
Boxing in general picks and chooses who we have this energy for.
I can't criticize Canelo for ducking Benavidez, but not criticize Usyk for ducking Wardley.
Yeah. That's the version. That's what I was thinking about. Benavidez has had to jump all the way to 175 to go and get world titles because, you know what I'm saying, he can't get them at 168. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Now who's the guy at 168? Hamza Shiraz.
Bro.
Now who's the guy at 168? Hamza Shiraz. Canelo's returning in September. We're going to talk about it. We know for damn sure it's not going to be Hamza Shiraz that he's fighting.
Of course not. But
do you know what I'm saying?
My issue, this is my big issue. With Usyk said the Wardley fight doesn't motivate me. Who cares, bro? It's your responsibility, bro.
Is there any difference if it's vacant belts? If I'm undisputed and then the belts have been forced to be fractured, do you look at it any differently?
No, but
because it's not quite. I'm
only
asking,
forced to be fractured
it's not quite the same
because you didn't fight.
Yeah.
If you fought him, we wouldn't be in this position.
Yeah, because I do think that's slightly different to going into a weight class and there's already world champions there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's a little bit different.
Bro, for me, you can't tell me. You got Caballero there, you got Wardley there.
Yeah.
Those two fighters definitely should be right at the front of the queue. And you're not fighting neither of them, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're Usyk or whoever, bro. You're not behaving as a world champion right now.
I would also agree because as I'm thinking about it, Jai Opetaia is not even necessarily... He's commercially bigger than Caballero. He's commercially bigger than Wardley.
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Maybe in Australia, I think he could be because he's the guy in Australia. Wardley's not quite the guy in the UK yet. But what I was going to say is, but it's not by far. Not by far. It's not like I'm going to make 5 mil to fight Wardley. I'll make 100 mil to fight Jai. Jai's not a global superstar.
This is where I start to think, though. Zuffa Boxing probably looked at it as, you know what? We can, because...
And what weight class would that be?
The best part of what we definitely do know is, Wilder and Usyk were in negotiations. Then we hear Jai Opetaia signed with Zuffa Boxing. Then out of nowhere, we're hearing Usyk's fight.
Potentially.
We're hearing Usyk's potentially signing with Zuffa Boxing and Chisora's fighting Wilder. So for me, I'm like, there's no smoke without fire here. In my opinion, I think Jai might be fighting Usyk. And I feel like...
At what weight class, though? Because there's been talk of Jai going up to heavyweight for a long time.
Yeah, it'll probably be at heavyweight. I don't think Usyk can make cruiserweight anymore.
Jai definitely loses that.
But I don't even know how that's defining either.
If you're Zuffa Boxing, you're signing two big names. Jai Opetaia is still in... He's not an older fighter, but he's an established fighter. Usyk is on his way to retirement, let's be clear, 1 or 2 fights left. Jai Opetaia is a current world champion, probably in his prime right now. Feeding Jai Opetaia in his first fight at heavyweight to Usyk, where he's almost certainly going to lose, that's bad business. That's
a good question, because I want to know now Zuffa Boxing's business model.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I know. You mentioned Canelo, and obviously Canelo's looking at his decision with Turki, and the person who's apparently brokering that there was Richard Schaefer. Schaefer's been in boxing, so he knows the game. Dana doesn't know boxing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Dana's looking at it like, I need to make marquee fights and big fights to make my name in the lights, or is he going it from a perspective of, I'm trying to build my brand on the back of an individual? And if so, what's the payment structures like? Because it has to be high enough to get Jai Opetaia to sign.
But also, isn't Turkey part of the money behind Zuffa Boxing anyway? It's a Turkey and Dana.
I don't actually know. I know Zuffa Boxing's, they got a deal with Paramount.
Yeah.
So Paramount obviously are going to put up
if they're just going to try and put off
deal.
One-off individual big massive fights, that's the fastest way to go broke in boxing.
100%.
We just seen Turkey do the same thing, and Turkey has a lot more money than Dana. And I'm sure the Zuffa Boxing thing is Turkey and Dana together, or Turkey's got some money behind it anyway.
I genuinely, it's interesting. I don't know. I don't know what their business plan is.
Because then I wonder about how Eddie Hearn would feel about that. Because I had Jai. Jai leaves me. You were the guy putting up some of the money for Jai's fights under me. But now you're allowing Jai to go and sign under an X-Man. You're still going to put up money for Jai to fight over there. Still your money.
Yeah, facts. It didn't really make a difference. The only thing I guess is Zuffa Boxing could make Jai the face of Zuffa Boxing.
But not if he loses to Usyk. If you want to make him the face of Zuffa Boxing, that's cool. That's a good idea. He's a free agent. He's a world champion. He's got established fan base behind him. I'm not against that. But you cannot put him in a heavyweight fight. He's a known face as a cruiserweight champion. He has no experience at heavyweight. And then you're going to put him up against the best heavyweight in the world.
Here's what's interesting then, Nick. Because you brought up whether Zuffa Boxing, Turkey's behind Zuffa Boxing, and it's just he's in the pocket. Here's a question to you. Do you think that, obviously we know that the Saudis and Turkey were trying to acquire Matchroom Boxing.
Yep.
I presume that didn't go through. What's the biggest criticism that you always say about Turkey?
What do I say about Turkey? I say a lot of shit.
Turkey and fighters.
But he thinks that he can buy a culture and he can't.
And the fact that there's no loyalty to it.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
Because you could just make money with Turkey and cut.
Yeah.
By having a promotional company like Zuffa Boxing in your pocket, ties people to where they can't cut.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Also, I was right, by the way. Zuffa Boxing is a professional promotional boxing company founded by CEO Dana White and chairman GEA, General Entertainment Authority, Turkey.
So that's my point.
Yes,
by having, remember, you couldn't buy Matchroom. Frank ain't gonna give you his business, and not only that, these guys aren't gonna change their business model. You want a business model that keeps people with you, and they're not just taking money from you and going back. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you need some form of
the problem that Turkey has.
And I would say Jai Opetaia is probably the first person that signed over his freedom papers.
Yeah, but it's the same as you're going to be a rich slave. The same as Canelo will probably do the same as well. But these are guys coming towards the twilight of their career.
Well, Canelo is.
Usyk is.
Jai isn't.
Jai isn't. But Jai may start off his Zuffa Boxing relationship with a loss. So what's that going to do for him? Do you know what I'm saying? And the problem that I have with Turkey and some of these man, do you know what I mean, specifically when we're talking about man that are of that Arab persuasion, a lot of them man think that because they got more money than you, they're smarter than you. But then they neglect the fact that a lot of their money is not earned. Do you understand what I'm saying? The money he's spending isn't his money. So he thinks he's the biggest dick in the room because he's got the money to spend. But you didn't earn that money. So you might be looking at someone young, black, uneducated from certain blocks in Philly, but these man from Philly are going to run rings around you. And they've already done that.
Because they earned their money.
What little millions, not little millions, but what little millions they have compared to your billions, they've actually gone and earned it.
Fact.
Do you know what I'm saying? Turkey really thought that if you made $1 million in your last fight and I pay you $5 million, me and you are brethren now. That's not how it works.
Nope.
That's not how it works. So I'm going to get my $5 million from you and then bounce.
A prime example of that is the situation with Teofimo and Shakur.
Yep.
In the sense that you can say that Teofimo and Shakur had to come humble to you and apologize for what they said. At the end of the day, you're having to pay them.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're having to pay them. And they have no ties to you. Yeah. So they could go make a bag of money, increase their value, and the next time they come to you, got to pay them more.
There's a very good chance that Usyk signs on a rolling fight deal. I don't see Usyk. Usyk only has 2 or 3 fights left.
I mean, Crawford done it. Crawford literally just effed up your money. Because you paid him a bag of money,
broke
up the cash cow, and then he's gone.
Yep.
He said, I'm done.
Yeah, that's it.
I swear that, no, he's done 2 fights with Turkey. And
what 2 fights done was that?
Majimov was in Turkey with Turkey as well.
Yeah.
He took a bag of money, no loyalty to you at all, and then destroyed your cash cow.
Because like I say, it might be the same thing with Usyk. Usyk would be, Jai Opetaia should be your cash cow, do you know what I'm saying, for a few years yet. Usyk's already told us he wants 1 or 2 fights, 3 fights max. There's no longevity in that.
Nope.
So you're thinking you've got a big coup. No. Usyk's a guy that's fought for good money, but not big mega money. He's had a couple of big mega money fights. He's going to milk you guys for the last little bits of mega money.
What?
On Zuffa Boxing, especially with the politics, if Usyk fights Wardley, and Wardley's with Frank Warren, right? Turkey's going to be paying more for that than he would have paid before.
Of course.
For the same fight.
What I want to see, though, is because we've got Dana White. I want to see what Dana White does with this budget, because Dana White has built a structure of UFC that isn't transferable for boxing.
No.
But it's not his money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not his money. He didn't mind Conor McGregor getting 75 million for the Mayweather fight because it wasn't his money.
Yeah.
Now it's not his money. I wonder if he has that same level of approach.
Bro, we see Arnold Slot spend money that's not his, blood, and it didn't work out. You know, like that. Man, do you know what I mean? Spend it because you're not careful.
White man.
You're not careful when it's not your money.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? You're not being careful. You're not really, I don't know. Even from a promotional perspective.
And it's not your business.
Even from a promotional perspective, Usyk versus Jai Opetaia at heavyweight could be an exciting fight. You don't actually have to sell that much. But I've seen Eddie Hearn, I've seen Frank Warren, I've seen Oscar De La Hoya, I've seen Kalle Sauerland, I've seen Richard Schaefer, I've seen Bob Arum sell me fights that weren't necessarily the biggest fight. But they've sold it to me because they know boxing. So it's easy to sell. If you are a new promoter, I don't know how it works for you coming into the space and selling one of the biggest fights in world boxing, because that's great. But when you've got to sell the other man, Callum whoever, and these other man that you signed, how are you going to sell me that fight?
The issue is Zuffa Boxing
probably going to sign Tank soon.
Zuffa Boxing needs to change the culture of boxers, and it takes generations to do that. The reason why I'm saying that is because you know
I understand what
Willie
you're saying.
Lynch thing, innit? You have to build a slave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand that. That's never gonna happen. In order for you two people who are already rich, one Arab, one white man, in order for you two to who are already rich to be even more rich, everybody else across the landscape has to take less money. Nah, I'm good. That's Russians, that's Ukrainians, that's blacks, that's Brits, and
boxing
everybody.
is a dirty sport, bro. We just saw a random nobody put up money and beat Eddie Hearn for the person of Dalton Smith and Matthias. Yeah. Like, people just boxing is the easiest way to wash money.
100%.
Jay Prince is out here paying
100%.
What's it called? What's the guy who was managing Tyson Fury and MTK Global? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, man are just washing money in this sport, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's the easiest, bro. The mob used to be in boxing. Man are forgetting that a certain Australian, is he Australian or Kiwi? The heavyweight that had got on the New Zealand.
Yeah, a certain Kiwi boxer who will remain nameless. Do you know what I'm saying? Who had allegations for taking drugs during camp. Previously had allegations many years ago for using his boxing team to move drugs around the world.
Facts.
We already had these conversations.
So my point is, this is a dirty sport, bro. So
100%.
You getting people to take less money, I just don't see how that's going to work.
And you're not even from a place where people are going to be loyal to you anyway. There's already a situation where Italians are loyal to Italians in terms of boxing with the mob,
Mexican.
the blacks, the Mexicans, whatever. You man aren't even part of this. You haven't even gone and got...
we might get them Saudi.
Who's PBC?
Al Heyman.
You ain't even gonna go Al Heyman and locked up all the young black.
Facts.
You ain't even done that. You just gone for some random brother that no one really even boxing even likes.
That would, you know what though? Yeah,
that would have made more sense.
If I was Turkey, that's what I would have done. You know,
you need a captured audience.
I would have done that.
Yeah. You would even need the blacks or the Latins. You need one of them.
Because I would have done that. You know why I would have done that? Because you know, Al Heyman, he doesn't have a TV deal right now. But if you got a deal with but the problem is you can't really trust black people, bro.
You can't trust Dana.
No, you can't. But
Al Heyman's gonna bring you a certain audience of boxers.
The truth is though,
Dana's
you can control with money. Yeah. You can't control Al Heyman with money.
Nah, that's facts.
Because these men are, if you know it. Like these men aren't all like, I know people who's made dumb financial decisions, turned down career high paydays just to stay with Al Heyman because of like Tank. No matter what external circumstances, bailing man out of jail and like the Adrian Broner stuff, like man, them will do things off the record. Send you. You know what I'm saying? You don't really want to do business like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I know,
but if you're going to be in boxing, you're going to have to do business like that. You think Eddie ain't done these things? You think Frank ain't done these things? We've seen Eddie
Frank
Hearn
got shot, bro.
Frank got shot. We've seen Eddie Hearn clean up some of AJ's dirty laundry
Facts.
back in the day and pay man off and silence man. You're gonna have to do that. You man think that you can just run this sport and run it clean. You can't run it clean.
No,
do you know what I'm saying? It's like when man start trapping and say, you know what, I'm gonna get all the man in the ends to sit down and we're gonna run this like a business. Some man are just in this to trap. Some man are just in this to
love
trap.
the game. Just love the game, bro.
No man ever wants to be a businessman.
Some man just they love being chased by police.
Yep.
They love that life, bro. They love that life.
That's it, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Like in Mitch, in Paid in Full. I
That's
love the game.
That's what it is, bro. Not every, some man want to be Stringer Bell, bro. It's not. Do you know what I'm
Literally.
saying? It's not the. You ain't even seen The Wire, so it's irrelevant. But yeah, we're gonna be live this weekend for the Andy Cruz fight as well. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna be live for all the boxing, all the football, all that good stuff. I have to keep reminding
you know it's
them.
mad, you know.
Go on.
You know why that's slightly offensive? Because Muay is actually the world champion, but we've automatically just given the world title to Andy Cruz already. That is so, and I say the same. I do it as well.
Yeah, I bet it is Cruz Muay as well. I did think, like, I wonder if Garcia would be the A side and walk out second for the Barrios fight. I wouldn't even be surprised, you know.
Facts.
I wouldn't even be surprised. But yeah, with this Usyk thing, Wilder is now set to fight Derek Chisora. We'll get into the fight in a second. There was talk, to be fair to Wilder, there was talk of him fighting Chisora before Usyk called him out. When Usyk called him out, he said, yeah. Obviously, you do that in boxing. You say, yeah, just to everything because you don't know how the chips are going to fall.
It's a big fight as well.
Everything's a big fight.
He's going to turn on unification.
So, do you think that Usyk has walked away from that fight and left him to fight Chisora? Or do you think that Wilder had chosen to fight Chisora instead of going the Usyk route?
I think Wilder understands the landscape and life that he's in. Obviously, the situation with his baby mom was a mad thing. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
So
so I don't raise no next man's pick me. But shout out to Wilder though.
Shout out to Wilder.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even saying it in a
not even in a derogatory way. Facts.
Wilder, what happened to Wilder is a mad thing, and obviously that happened during all of these times where he's lost and he's got the gal out of his life and all of that. Man had a restraining and all of them things there. So
yeah,
obviously in his mind he's going back to what he knows, which is boxing. When you look at the landscape, you think you just want big fights. You've made a lot of money. You've had a lot of legacy fights.
You've had your day in the sun, kind of.
You've had your day in the sun, and it's almost about how much more can I milk from this cow that we call boxing.
But can he milk more from pause? Can he milk more from Chisora than Usyk? That's a crazy statement. Why for that? But what I'm saying is there more money in a Chisora fight? Because the way that Wilder's fighting now,
there isn't more money.
The way that help me understand this decision, because the only thing. Is he just done at the top level and he knows that? You think that's what it is? Because he's not trying to climb the ladder. Because even if you beat a Chisora, you only run into Usyk and lose anyway.
No, I know, but I think he would have taken the Usyk fight, but the Usyk's taken himself off the table.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. So you think Usyk's taking himself off the table first?
Yeah.
Okay, so you think there's an opportunity he can fight Wilder if he wants to, but instead he's choosing to fight potentially Jai Opetaia on the Zuffa Boxing card.
Potentially.
That's a crazy decision.
I don't even know what this. I don't even know
that decision.
But his mindset was already effed up when he decided to fight Wilder in the first place, bro.
I hear you, but at least he sold it better with the I want to beat all the guys of my generation. Do you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Jai Opetaia is younger than Wardley.
Facts, and he's not even a heavyweight.
Do you know what I mean? Is he? They might be the same age, to be fair.
He ain't heavyweight though.
They're both 30. Do you know what I mean? So this idea that like these guys are all from my crop. These two are the same age.
Fact.
You've actually got an active world champion. There's the same age as the guy that you're moving like Tank fighting Lamont Roach.
I mean, Wilder's looked at like food by a lot of people, but still a big name.
Of course, yeah.
So I don't think neither fight he's gone out and seeked. I think Chisora needed a last fight, and he seeked Wilder because he's a big name, sellable fight, exciting fight. And for Wilder, you're just going to take whatever fight gets offered you.
But the Usyk thing made sense to me for Wilder because...
I think both fights make sense for Wilder.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about Usyk and how the Jai Opetaia fight's an even worse decision in my mind now because a lot of this was about Usyk establishing himself in America because he's not fought in America. He's not a big name in America. Jai Opetaia is not known in America.
I don't know what you... I don't even want to talk about Usyk because I don't know the logic behind his decisions. I don't even know. I don't even know what he's doing, bro. Yeah. I genuinely don't know.
How do you see a Wilder Chisora fight going down? I'm leaning Chisora, I've got to be honest.
You have to lean towards Chisora based on recent form, but...
And Chisora is always going to do what Chisora does. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Wilder's too... In fact, it's not even that. Wilder's just straight down at the moment.
Yeah, right at the moment, the momentum's gone, but the way he's talking though is very different to the Wilder that we heard after the Fury fights, in the build up to the Parker fight, in the build up to the Zhang fight. Do you know what I'm saying? It seems like he does have that bit between his teeth again.
I don't know if he has it in him.
I
don't think.
But if you listen to, remember this guy, the way he, for me, with Wilder, it was always mental, bro. It was always mental.
There's an element of technicality, because if he can't set up, he's only got one shot, and if he can't set up that shot, then
but I think you look at the way he, especially the Zhang fight was showed a lot to me. I know the Zhang and Parker fight showed me a lot, where there was a level of, there wasn't that maliciousness within his character.
Yes, that's the point I'm trying to make.
And I'm like, I feel like the way he's talking now.
You think he's got that back?
Yeah.
But I think he has to
have. I think he lost that because of the whole situations outside of life.
I hear you, but he has to. One person that has never lost that, regardless of situations in his life, is Chisora. Chisora is a genuine animal. Do you know what I mean? Chisora is like that, walking down the street.
But you need that though, innit?
I hear you.
You need that. You need that opponent that's going to drag it out of you. Because if he's... Parker's a nice guy. So he's not going to drag that out of Wilder. Do you know what I'm saying? Zhang is a nice... Well, he's not a nice guy, but he don't talk English enough to drag it out of Wilder.
Yeah.
Whereas Chisora...
But what of those losses, that were both bad losses, what of those losses physically taken out of Wilder?
I don't know.
Because I don't think that even if he's got the spite, I don't think he can he technically wasn't great anyway. I don't think he can go back there. Wilder's very slim. He's very lightweight. One thing about Chisora, he's going to get close. He's going to rough you up. Do you know what I mean? I bet money Wilder will end up on the canvas, not even from a punch, from being wrestled to the canvas at some point.
Yeah,
probably. Do you know what I'm saying? That will definitely happen, because Chisora will be right up in his grill. And Chisora, I've seen Chisora beat technically better.
I mean, that fight's supposed to be in the UK as well. I think that would entice. Like, that's just
it's a great fight.
It's a great fight.
It's a great fight.
Like, I can't complain. And if I'm Wilder, I'm taking the fight.
Yeah.
There's nothing else on the table, bro. You got to get back in the game.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? You got to get back in the game, bro. And we've written off Chisora for years, bro. Chisora could fight Wilder and win, bro. He keeps saying this is his last fight, but he keeps winning.
He's still the toughest fight that Usyk has had at heavyweight.
Yeah, facts. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I wouldn't even mind to see a Chisora versus Wardley.
That'd be a great fight.
Because Chisora actually has a good enough chance.
That's a good acid test, yeah.
That'd be a good enough chance for Chisora to actually win a world title. He's not gonna beat Usyk again, so he could actually go out and win a world title against Ward. I think Wardley wins.
Yeah. But he comes through. It's an ugly.
Because Wardley's an aggressive fighter and he's an aggressive fighter. You tend to think that
he'd be the most aggressive fighter. That
gives him a puncher's chance.
He'd be the most aggressive fighter that Wardley's fought. He would be. David Adelaide, Fraser Clark.
Yeah, probably.
Joe Parker.
I'm just trying to see if there's a name I'm missing.
No. He'd be the most aggressive fighter. Not the best, but he'd be the most aggressive fighter that Wardley fought. So it'd be really interesting to see how that style clashes with the other style, because obviously anything can happen when that happens. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on what's happening with the Usyk Zuffa Boxing thing, the Chisora Wilder thing. We'll keep an eye on all that, and obviously whatever fight gets announced, we're going to be live for those fights right here on the channel as well. Back to Saudi, Turkey. Another one of Turkey's cash cows that's just died. His stock has just completely plummeted. Canelo, he's going to be back, as reports. He's going to be back fighting in Saudi in September. I'm thinking the words of my boy, do you know what I'm saying, the great Prince Nassim Hamed, I think he should just finish.
I don't know who he would be fighting.
That's the point.
Like, what level would he be coming back at? Like, the issue is, the maddest thing is, what I find so intriguing is, he's not fighting on Cinco de Mayo in May.
No.
So he understands that
he's not the big
he's not that Mexican name anymore. No. And what does that mean for him in terms of his purses? What does that mean for him in terms of his career? Like, this guy's stinking rich, you know.
And motivation.
He was number two. Yep. He was number 2 in the richest sports people of 2025.
That's what I'm saying. If he's not going to get a big enough name to generate him a big enough purse, what does that do to his motivation?
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? If you're used to fighting for 20, 30, 40 million every year, maybe more, twice a year, whatever the case may be, you're used to making 100 million. Now, man, I want to offer you 3 million, 5 million. Good money. 5 million is enough to sniff at. But when you're used to making 40s and 50s, it's like,
I don't know what.
In Saudi as well. It's not even at home. It's not even.
I don't even know who you'd be fighting, bro. Like, as God is my witness, I don't know who you'd be fighting. Like,
Does he go in against the Hamza Shiraz?
no chance. It's just not necessary.
Yeah. You think Hamza Shiraz ices him?
I don't know. Hamza Shiraz isn't an elite fighter, so there's enough.
But this is a very depleted.
Of course. So you'd think you'd probably make Hamza Shiraz favourite, but to just put all your money.
Who's
on
at
Hamza
168? Who's at 168? What good 168ers are there?
I mean, what we've just seen is Hamza Shiraz and Mbili's purse bid just got cancelled. So I don't know if there's smoke without fire there.
What, for him to fight Hamza?
For Canelo to fight Hamza?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I mean...
At the WBC, he's still number one. Chris Mbili's interim and Canelo's still number one.
That's what I'm saying.
And Hamza Shiraz number two.
I think maybe that's why that fight the purse bid got pulled, because
Yeah.
Canelo versus Hamza Shiraz. I don't even know, bro. Genuinely, I don't know.
I'd like to see that fight.
I wouldn't.
Why not?
I think Canelo's a shell of himself, bro. I think people like Canelo, bro, they can do a great job with ruining their legacy on a Roy Jones thing.
Yeah.
Like, Hamza Shiraz isn't on your level for you to be losing to him. Like, you're a former unified multiple weight world champion, you know what I'm saying? Former undisputed champion. Like, you shouldn't be losing to a man like Shiraz, bro. I mean, maybe him versus Chris Eubank Jr., but Eubank lost.
Nah, definitely not.
If Eubank Jr. had beaten Conor Benn, I would have seen that fight.
Yeah.
I could have seen that fight, but I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
They both just need to allow it, honestly. But
Facts.
Chris Eubank more, because you lost to someone that's not even world champion level. It's just at least Canelo lost to Crawford. You lost to some side man.
Yeah, but I think Canelo needs to call it a day as well. I don't even, bro.
I think so as well. I wonder if this is. I
think Riyadh season are struggling.
I think this is just a contractual thing. I'll be honest. It's like when a rapper has signed a 5-album deal with a record label and their last album's always shit. Because they just make any album to get off the record label. They're just turning in any your performance, just any bollocks. You can always tell the last album on any record deal is trash. So just like, yeah, I'll just throw anything.
Unless you do a flipping Oscar, bro. Oscar De La Hoya used to do these things where I'm only gonna give you your next fight. No, Bob Arum, sorry. Bob Arum used to do, I'm only gonna give you your next fight, your final fight on the card until you sign an extension.
Yeah.
So if you've got one fight left, either you sit on the bench like Mikey Garcia and wait for the contract to buy out his time, or you sign this extension and I'll give you the last fight of that one.
Yeah, that's mad. That's dirty still. But Riyadh, like you said, Riyadh season's struggling with fighters anyway.
Facts.
So, maybe Bob Arum could do that because he had a good enough stable of fighters. But Riyadh season ain't got no good stable of fighters.
I don't know what's happening. Bro, like, the business model of just overpaying people, at some point the world's going to run dry.
That has failed as a business strategy for Riyadh season, but he's doing it again with Zuffa Boxing. He's not even like he's changing.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? We'll
I don't think he's paying these men bank in Zuffa Boxing.
Usyk is making commercial decisions only right now.
He hasn't signed with Zuffa Boxing yet.
We'll
and
see.
I'm hoping that he doesn't.
I'm hoping that he doesn't too, but...
And if they sign him, that would literally mean to me...
Even all of this talk is slightly ruining Usyk's legacy slightly. Because if he looks at the money on Zuffa Boxing and says, nah, that's dead, and goes and fights Wardley at Wembley next year or something, we all know this is only because the money for Zuffa Boxing to go fight Jai was dead. You've really shown your hand a little bit here. Do you know what I'm saying? So whoever leaked that information...
I just can't believe Jai Opetaia signed with Dana, bro. To me, I'm still perplexed at how that even makes sense.
It'd be interesting.
It only makes sense is if you can guarantee him the Usyk fight. But then I don't know how that makes sense from a business structure from Zuffa Boxing.
That's what I'm saying. You'd sign a big world star in Jai, or what is an up-and-coming potential world star in Jai, only for him to lose to Usyk. Jai ain't beating Usyk.
But then... Usyk
if Jai beats Usyk, the whole legacy that Usyk's built up is crumbles, in my opinion.
Now, I don't know about that.
His first fight coming up from cruiserweight, and
he still have the wins that he has. But
I hear what you're saying, but that will look bad. He will not be in that conversation,
good, bro.
He will not be in that conversation anymore. But there you go.
Yeah.
We're live this weekend, like I said, for Muratalo versus Cruz. Talk to me about this fight. Let me check the undercard while you're looking at it.
It's a good undercard. Madrimov's on the undercard.
Ooh.
I think Khalil Cole's fighting Jesse Hart. Shout out to Jesse Hart. Um,
Oh, it's a Matchroom event.
yeah. Andy Cruz with Eddie Hearn, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think Eddie Hearn won the purse bid for this fight.
Yeah.
Um,
Amari Jones.
Amari Jones, shout out to Amari Jones. I met Amari Jones when I was in Philly.
Yes, this is a solid undercard. Yeah, there's a Queen Moses. Well, he ain't got an opponent.
But Zaycon, that's Shakur's cousin.
He ain't got an opponent right now.
That's Shakur's cousin. But yeah,
I'm looking to go live for this whole card then.
Yeah, bro. Because
Yeah.
we're not going to be live for the. There's not the.
Yeah, well, we're going to come to it, Tony, in a
Jermaine
second.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Jermaine Taylor, Moses Atoma. But yeah. Jermaine Franklin. I used to Jermaine Taylor.
Yeah.
This fight is a great fight, bro. I mean, another great fight at 135 pounds. 135 pounds is.
Great division.
It's a great division, but it's quite weird because you don't know where the landscape is because obviously Tank's got tank problems. Shakur's fighting Teo at 40, but obviously I don't know if that means he's going back down to 35 after.
I doubt it.
But if that's the case, then it's a great opening for Andy Cruz because obviously we saw fight of the year Sam Noakes, Abdullah Mason last year. Obviously Keyshawn's moving up to, and Keyshawn and Andy Cruz's names are just always gonna be connected because of the amateur background and the Olympics and that.
Yeah.
But Andy Cruz, obviously great fighter.
He's very, very good and a great, well-established pro amateur. Does he have enough knockouts for you to transition into the
Well, he done
pro
what
game?
people don't ever do. And he done the greatest, like, normally when you see Cubans turn pro late, or any fighter turn pro late, they struggle to, like, you think about so many fighters who had great amateur careers, but then when they turned pro, the Rigondeaux, the Eris Lara had a great professional career as well. But you think about like
Ortiz.
Luis Ortiz, like these guys, they had great amateur careers, but when they turn pro, they don't always transition well. He done a great thing was as soon as he turned pro, I'm gonna sign with Bozy, and I'm gonna go train in Philly and get that professional style down packed. And since he's done that, he's obviously got way more. Like we see him have more of a professional style because one thing
he's very good. He's very good at winning rounds, but still, and it's early days. But
he just has a few stoppages as well. He's got a few
3 and 6.
Yeah, but you got to look at the level of opposition. Like he's not gone from. Like, he done the Lomachenko thing where he's gone into big fight.
Level,
eight. Is his 8th fight or 10th fight
in the pros?
Yeah, pro. How many fights he got in the pros?
6.
This is 7th fight.
Yeah.
So my point is, in 7 fights, he's fighting for a world title.
Yes.
And he's fighting a guy. This is where it gets interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting is because Muratai's last fight, if I'm correct, was either Abdullayev and before that was Tevin Farmer.
I'll have a look.
I think it was Tevin Farmer and Abdullayev. Abdullayev is kind of irrelevant from my point, but I want to know when did he fight?
Before that, it was Campos, and then it was Tevin Farmer.
Okay, cool.
Stopped Campos.
The Tevin Farmer fight was a real good fight and a real good preparation for this because Tevin Farmer being from Philly, do you know what I'm saying? You would have got that prep. This is what makes this fight so intriguing because Muratai is actually a really good, legitimate world champion at 35. And if Andy, all of the question marks you're talking about whether he's made the transition well, we're going to find out in this fight. Because Muratai is a great fighter and he's got a great professional fighting style.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So we'll find out all we need to find out in this fight. Obviously, my prediction, I always go skill pay the bills, and I'm going to go with Andy Cruz. But if Andy Cruz lost this fight, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
He's going to have to come through some difficult moments to win this fight.
Of course.
This is going to be a 12-round fight, and he's quite small as well at the weight, I feel like. He looks small.
He's not a big 135 at all. No.
Yeah.
He's not like...
How tall is he?
I'm not even sure. Probably like 5'8", 5'7".
Oh, okay, because Muratai is 5'8" as well. He looks
but
big.
But Muratai is big though.
Yeah, that's
Muratai is big.
He looks like a big.
Muratai is a big 35. Like he won't be. Muratai could easily go to 40.
Yeah.
Like Andy Cruz probably could stay at 35 for a minute. Yeah. Like even when he was in amateurs, it was
maybe that's what it is because these men boil themselves down. Because I'm used to the Shakurs and the Muratais, those kind of Devins. I mean, maybe that's why I'm looking at Andy Cruz thinking.
Even Keyshawn was massive at 35. He's at 40 now. But he was massive at 35.
I'd see Andy Cruz fight Roach at some point. I think that could be good.
Apparently, Roach is fighting Schofield.
I did hear that. Yeah, Roach fighting Schofield, yeah. Crazy.
Crazy. That would be a good fight.
That will be a good fight.
It'd be a good fight.
I would have rather see him fight Cruz, but it is what it is.
I mean, I don't know. It would be interesting to see what weight class that is, because Roach versus Cruz was at 40. But he fought Tank at 35. It'd be interesting, bro.
I think he goes back down to 35.
I could probably name, Schofield entire career has been at 35. So, but I don't
see Schofield stepping up.
But he's young though. He'll end up growing. He's like 20 or 21 or something like that. So he'll eventually move up, but not now. I could probably name like maybe 20 fighters between 35 and 40 that could just bounce between and just make some great fights, bro.
Yeah.
Think of people like Richardson Hitchens, Gary Antoine Russell. Do you know what I'm saying? Even flipping Frank Martin, who fought Tanks, now fighting at 40. Do you know, he fought on the undercard that we watched the other day.
Who's my man that beat Fulton the other day?
Shaki Foster. He's at 35.
Foster, yeah.
He's at 35 now.
He's
you know what I'm saying? I'm saying, like, you think about all of these guys.
And they're all American as well.
Yeah, like American or Latin.
But all in America.
They're all fighting in America.
They're all fighting in America.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So there you go.
Yeah,
but again, we're going to be live for that fight as well. So make sure that you lock in with us for that fight. We're not going to be live for Moses Atoma because he's injured. And so that fight has been delayed. I think the fight's still happening, but I'm pretty sure that it's been delayed. Let me double check. But what do you think about that? Some people saying, obviously injuries can happen in camp, but a lot of people criticizing the activity of Franklin, and ultimately
Franklin or Atoma?
Atoma, sorry. And me and Rance had a whole debate earlier about the interview on TalkSport with Tunde, and Rance was just like defending Tunde, and I was like, you know. But what I was saying was when you set yourself up to be something, people are going to hold you to the standards of the thing that you set yourself up to be. And so when you're branding Moses Atoma to be potentially the next Mike Tyson, he could be the youngest heavyweight champion of all time, whatever. When you beat Dillian White, Mike Tyson at that time, I think there's a guy called Henry Talks Boxing. I sent you the video, shout out to him. He did a great video where he was comparing the young heavyweights' careers at roughly at the same age and same time. Mike was fighting 3 times a year, 4 times a year. I know it's not the 80s. People don't really do that anymore. But if you're Atoma and you knock out Dillian White in 30 seconds, we're expecting to see you back out again.
I get you, but you have to understand the landscape of a division. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because when you got the winning hand, the most important thing is to make sure you don't make any mistakes. Moses Atama will 100% be a world champion. I have no doubt about that. Now the issue is, I don't know why people look at Mike Tyson as the benchmark of how to conduct a professional career.
I don't think they do. They don't. They only look at Mike Tyson when you've got a young, powerful knockout artist. But only for that.
The
man don't look at Michael Owen and say this is how you be a striker. But if you're a young striker, Michael Owen is a phenomenon when he was young.
But here's the thing. Why would you want Moses Atama to go down the Mike Tyson route?
I hear you.
Mike Tyson's route was the worst route ever. He fought active. He was an active world champion, and he just fought a lot, and he became a world champion in a very weak era.
And we even saw that with Mike Tyson, to be fair, the myth is far bigger than the man. We saw that away from the things that happen outside of the ring, he aged very badly. Similar to, like I say, Michael Owen winning Ballon d'Ors at 18. He didn't age well because he's so... People are already saying they think Micaiah Saka's run into the ground and maybe might not ever hit the heights. It could be the same thing for Mike Tyson. But Mike Tyson ran into boxers that are better than him. I'm not giving him excuses, but he was running to the ground very early.
It's not even just run. We don't even know if he found... Mike Tyson lost the appetite for fighting.
Yeah.
Because what was in front of him was less than what was behind him, and he just started. With Frank Warren. Frank Warren is arguably, and why I'm so glad you brought up the Anthony Yard thing, was because with Frank Warren, if Frank Warren was conducting Anthony Yard's career, Anthony Yard would have been further along. I'm not going to criticize Tunde as a coach, but I'll criticize Tunde as a manager. I don't know who Frank Moses Atama's management is, but whatever they're doing it the right way. Because you can chase this 18-year-old youngest heavyweight championship if you want, but it don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything. For me, if I'm Moses Atama, I need to always make sure what I can achieve is in front of me and is bigger than what is behind me.
Yeah.
For me, if you want to do that, go and make him fight Wardley. It's not a hard fight to make, but it doesn't make
It's from
sense.
the Usyk's having.
No, but Usyk's different.
He's achieved it.
Not even just that. Usyk turned pro very late.
Yeah.
I don't have time. Usyk didn't have time on his side.
Yeah.
You got time on your side. Right now, you're looking at a bag of man and thinking, raw. When Usyk retires and
Wardley,
AJ and Fury and all of them man go, I'm the next one. I'm the next one. All eyes on me.
they're a very beatable. There'll be people around, but the people around at top level are very beatable. You've got Wardley, you've got Dubois, you've got these people that are very human.
Facts. What I will say though is, in terms of the inactivity, for me, the most important thing for Otama is to be, if you're going to be active, you have two ways of doing this, yeah? For me, I would conduct his career where he is fighting maybe 2 or 3 fights a year, but I'm not headlining him on any fight. I'm making him fight on big cards, and I guess this is a bad example as well, but I want to use it as an example anyway. Tank. When Tank was first coming up, he was fighting on all Floyd cards. Because what that it didn't work for Tank, but it made it look like, raw, I can be like that. That's what I can be. If you're already headlining,
go and experience big shows.
You know what I'm saying? Go and experience big shows, co-main event.
Without the pressure.
Facts. Could you imagine being co-main event for Pacquiao Mayweather? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, go out and experience Tyson Fury's comeback. You be on an undercard co-main event. Be on the co-main event of a Usyk, when Usyk fought Dubois. That's how I would conduct his career. Because in my mind, it's like being on the bench watching your team ball out. You want to get on the pitch, bro. The hunger's always going to be there. You always going to... The problem with Tyson was, Tyson had all the food already too early. He wasn't hungry anymore. He was almost full. You want to keep that
fire,
carrot dangle just to make you think, nah, it's got to be me. It's got to be me. It's funny you talk about that. When you hear Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson talk, you hear Teo's...
What I say to you,
yeah.
I said to you, I watched the press conference or watched the interview, and it made me think, yeah, Teo's kind of past it.
But there was something that Teo said that I really liked though.
Yeah.
Which was, when he turned pro, and when I turned pro, they saw him as the guy. And I was the guy who was just eventually going to be an opponent. They didn't invest money in me. And I looked at Shakur thinking, wow, he almost had a chip on his shoulder. And obviously it motivated him. Like, there was all this money behind the other guys, the Tanks, the Devins, the
He leapfrogged them.
And he leapfrogged them and beat Lomachenko. And he used that fire and fury to leapfrog them. Obviously, it didn't age well, but that's what I'm talking about. You need that fire and fury. You need him to have that chip on his shoulder. Right now, Moses...
The reality is, Teo has pulled off a big upset.
Yeah.
Shakur never has.
No.
Shakur's always beating opponents he's supposed to beat.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? So this is, you know what I mean? So yeah, I get what you're saying.
And then as for just relating it back to Moses, you don't want Moses to be in a position where the food's easy and the food's just there and you're just picking it. You want him to still be hungry. And one thing I don't hear from Moses Atama is ambition. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't hear ambition. For me, I want to hear Moses Atama saying, "Nah, Frank. I want Moses to feel Moses to feel like Frank's holding him back."
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I want to hear. And if Frank...
You want Guarnieri knocking on Arteta's door saying, "Get me on the pitch."
And if Frank says... And I want Frank to hold him back as well.
Yeah.
Because I want it to be like you got that pit bull on the leash.
Yeah.
And that
when you let him off the leash.
When you let him, it's long.
Yeah.
It's long, bro. We've seen that in boxing before, bro. You hold the fighter back too much, but when they let go, bro.
Yeah.
I've seen it many times. And
the thing is, it's a British media thing, because the British media are putting so much pressure on Atoma to be something that he himself hasn't said that he wants to be. I've not heard Moses Atoma talk about Mike Tyson's record. I've heard other people ask him about Mike Tyson's record, but he himself hasn't said that. And because you've built him up to be something that he's not, now the expectation is this guy goes and headline shows. But you're right, he shouldn't be headlining shows yet.
Nope.
He shouldn't be headlining shows. He's been a sparring partner for Lawrence Okoli when Lawrence Okoli was world champion. He's been sparring partner, and yes, he was young and exciting. He did well in those training camps, but he should still be an undercard fighter. But instead, they're trying to push this narrative. They made him the headline with White. They're making the headline again with Franklin with no belts, and so he might have to step up and fight for belts ahead of time.
A prime example of that is Benavidez. Benavidez is Mexican as well, but when he was with PBC, he was on bare undercards, and he just won it. He was in Canelo's shadow the whole time. Bro, the moment he got the opportunity to get free, bro.
Was he on his own brother's undercard as well?
Yeah, he was on his brother's undercard. Bro, you know what I'm saying? It was just on undercards. But he knew he was good enough to be at that elite level. He knew he weren't getting the opportunity to shine.
Yeah.
So when you put him in that spotlight,
Crawford.
facts.
Yeah.
These men, bro, they felt like they've been held back so long.
Yeah.
But the moment they get in, that's what I want to see.
Because to be the headliner isn't just about how good you are.
Facts.
Being the headliner is about how much you sell, partly how you look, how you talk, attention, the division you're in, all the rest of it. So it's not. It's quite often. It's quite regular. It's quite regular that you are on the undercard of fighters that you think that you're better than, or that you are actually better.
Facts.
Than. That's very, very common. Do you know what I'm saying?
But him headlining this card so early, I just don't feel that. This is why he's getting all this criticism, bro.
Yeah.
Because for me, Moses shouldn't be headlining all cards, bro.
Yeah.
Because for me, if you're a headliner,
and you're not even had the headliner opponents. You're not headlining the card against Wardley. You're headlining the card with Jermaine Franklin. You're headlining the card. Jermaine Franklin's only ever headlined the card with Anthony Joshua, who's a big star.
And Dylan White.
That was a travesty. Do you know what I'm saying? But fine. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, but AJ's AJ. Do you know what I'm saying? Franklin shouldn't be headlining the card with Moses Atoma.
No, of course.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's not the right level of. That's an undercard fight.
Facts. And that's what I would want to see from Moses moving forward, bro. But I don't think that's gonna happen because they've got a lot of stock invested in this dude.
You think he's just going for the money?
No, I think Frank understands business. And he understands that with Fury out and Dubois not world champion anymore, he's my best. Well, Wardley's world champion. So I wonder if he then changes his mindset towards Wardley.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it depends.
Yeah. Last topic before we wrap. Like I said, we're going to be live this weekend for the football and for the boxing as well. You lot had a good result last weekend. Man United obviously beat.
Great performance.
Beat City. My messages were flooded. Man saying Arsenal's getting slapped. Man saying Taron messaged me, my housemate, saying, "Yo, like, are you scared? Are you nervous for next week?" I was like, "Am I nervous? What? Do you know what I'm saying?" And then Arsenal's responded quite well. Not really a direct response, but did you see the game last night?
Yeah.
We played Inter. Do you see the score?
Yeah, 3-1.
We smoked them. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, like it was a pure smoking.
The funniest thing is I'm not afraid of Arsenal.
Yeah.
You know why I'm not afraid of Arsenal?
Go on.
Because if Arsenal play well, it don't mean that they
win.
That they batter us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like Arsenal, the issue that I have is, one, I don't think City's a very good team. That's what I've consistently said.
And they lost to Bodo Glimt, so that win didn't age.
I've consistently said Arsenal's going to win the league because City's going to lose the league. I've consistently said that. So the win over... I even said it last week before I even saw Carrick that we probably will get something out of the game. When I saw how we played, that interested me. Now, I'll be honest. When I look at Arsenal's team, obviously you got a fake defence. You know what I'm saying? You got a great defence. But... like, I'm not frightened of the game, but it's at Emirates, isn't it? Like, it's always a big game for me, Arsenal versus United. And I'll be honest with you, if you were to ask me to predict the game, I'd probably say that you have to make Arsenal favourites.
Of course, when Amorim was in, you would have probably thought we might get smoked by Arsenal. Having seen the game you lot played against City, has that changed it? Like, has the Carrick effect changed? Because you man got a whole week to work on what you work on.
I genuinely feel like we may be the better team when we verse you and still lose. Because in the first game, we were the better team.
I thought you were going to say you might be the better team. I was going to say, what?
When we versed you in the first game, I'd probably say on the balance of the game, we were the better team. We played the better football.
Okay, yeah.
But we lost the game.
Yeah.
And I can see that happening again this game because Arsenal know how to win games. However, here's where it gets kind of interesting for me. And I'm like, Arsenal being at Emirates, it does actually work in our favour, bro.
How?
Because
this ain't boxing. We ain't gonna feel no pressure to put on a show.
No, nothing at all.
Okay.
If you watch how Carrick's played and how you see how we played and the ball's in behind and you're not gonna sit back against us. You're gonna try and play football and play out.
You never know with Arsenal, to be fair. But
at Emirates,
you never know with Arsenal, to be fair. You actually never know.
It's one of those ones.
We sat deep against Liverpool.
You did.
Do you know what I'm saying? We'll grind out scumbag. The thing
When is City playing?
This weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, you think that could change things maybe?
Yeah, I mean, you got drop points against flipping Nottingham Forest
Let's have a look.
because City drop points.
City play Saturday 3:00, so City will play first, and then we play Sunday.
Who they play?
Wolves. So
They'll slap Wolves.
Yeah.
They're gonna slap Wolves.
Yeah.
So there's pressure on you.
True, but I also think we have just apparently broken a record for. I think we've won 4 games. No, we didn't. That didn't make sense because we drew with Nottingham Forest. But we've just played 4 games away from home in 4 different competitions in a row, and no one's ever done that. So it's been a while since we've played at home. Do you know what I mean? And I think that we'll be raring to go to play at home.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You'll play out. I think you'll play out.
We're going to be away to Portsmouth. We're going away to Portsmouth, away to and won, away to Chelsea and won, away to Nottingham Forest, drew, away to Inter and won. I think at home we're going to be purring, bruv. We're going to be purring.
No, I don't think so. You might be. I think we will do. You might be, but I think that plays into our hands, bro.
We'll see, because you man are going to look to counter attack. So I hear you, but we'll see, bro. We will see, bro.
I mean, I look at your team. I look at your team, and I do feel like there's people that can be got at still. I definitely do feel like
who do you think can be got at in our team?
Well, Calafiori versus Ahmad. I fancy that. But who's playing left back?
It will be Timber.
Left back.
Yeah.
Who's playing right back?
Ben White. What we did in the UCL is we played Miles Lewis-Skelly, but in the last game before that we played Timber. The last 2 games before that we played Timber. I thought the same thing. I thought
Ahmad might be interesting.
It's not going to be interesting. It's not going to be interesting. Timber's going to lock him down. Ahmad's not going to do nothing. But
I don't know about that.
He's going to lick a boy.
I don't know. He's going to lick a boy.
He's going to lick a boy. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you.
Genuinely,
he's going to lick a boy.
Genuinely, if you lot feel like
if it's Lewis-Skelly, I was worried. I thought Ahmad might cook Lewis-Skelly.
Genuinely though, if you lot play out and play attacking, there's no way Timber's locking down Ahmad. No, there's no way.
He can.
If you lot play attacking, there's no way.
I hear what you're saying. Potentially what you're saying could potentially be right. Most of our attacks go down our right-hand side. I think if we start Martinelli does a lot more defensive legs and can also contribute to defending Ahmad as well. Ahmad's good. I'm not going to disrespect Ahmad. But even if Ahmad, sometimes Timber pushes up, inverts, whatever. Even if Ahmad gets beyond Timber, he just runs straight into Gabriel. So it's not.
No, I don't work like that. You not watch how we played?
I did watch how you played. And you switched the ball really quick. And
yeah,
I saw it. I watched how you, that's cool. It's nice. Doing, but I think that your fans have watched putrid, horrible football for so long.
I agree. As good
as the performance was, these men thought their dick was driving on the floor.
No, but you gotta understand though. I've said this before Carrick came. I said this when Amrin was here. I genuinely believe our attack's better than yours. I genuinely believe that.
Your attack's better than ours?
Yeah, I genuinely believe that.
Nah, I don't know.
I genuinely believe our attack's better than yours.
But based on what? Just based on paper, FIFA rating? We've not seen that this season. Based on what we've seen, we haven't actually seen our attack be better.
So firstly, in my opinion, when you look at us as a team, systematically we haven't played. We've been played under Amarim. But if you look at individual players, and I know that's not how football's played, but individually, I think our attack's better than yours. And this is the only system that's going to show it. I think individually, our attack's better than yours. And with the system that we have now,
your nines might be better than ours. I think that Saka, I think Saka and Madueke are better than Ahmad and Mbeumo. For me. Saka and Noni Madueke together as a right-sided unit. And if we're putting that up against Ahmad and Brian Mbeumo, I'm taking Saka and Madueke.
I'm taking Cunha on the left over any of your left wingers. Any of your left wingers, I'm taking Cunha over any of your left wingers.
I don't know.
What left wing are you having over Cunha?
I think it's close between Cunha and Trossard.
Nah, no chance.
I think it's close between Cunha and Trossard.
No chance.
I genuinely think it is.
You know why?
A lot of people. Okay, and then let's look at the nines. Who's your 9? Would you say Sesko?
Well, to be fair, we played him way more up front. We actually played him way more.
I'm just talking about the attack because typically you've played up front for one game.
Our front three. Okay. Our front three.
Yeah.
When everybody's fit, it's Cunha, Mbeumo, and Ahmad. That's our front three.
How's that your front? You've played them Mbeumo up top once.
No, but Cunha, they will switch. Bro, you don't watch your man.
I watch you lot play. I watch you lot play.
Our front, that's our front three, bro.
Yeah.
That's our front three. That's what you will see us play. Sometimes we'll play with Sesko, but whenever
Ahmad's been playing wing back all season. I've watched you lot play, but what you're telling me don't make sense. How many times has Ahmad been part of the front three this season?
Well,
it's even like the two games. Exactly.
You are right.
Exactly.
Obviously, Ahmad was playing wing back.
Exactly. So where's this come from all of a sudden?
But then, obviously, you have to understand that we're comparing the team.
Yeah, we are. But you're saying our front three based because Ahmad. But I'm saying if I'm comparing your front three to my front three, Ahmad is very, very good. But I've only got two games. I've only got two games of data to go on.
No, you can't because he played the whole last season in wing as well.
And you finished 17th. So if I'm using that data as well, that don't work for you, brother. That don't work for you, brother.
Let's say Ahmad's a wing back. Let's say which he won't.
You can have him as an attacker. Have him.
No, you said he's a wing back. Let's say he's a wing back. Let's say he's a wing back. Let's say because you're being ignorant, but let's say he's a wing back.
I'm not being ignorant. Let's say he's sensitive. Being emotional.
Is Sesko, Goikarez, is Sesko, Mbuemo and Cunha as a front three, and then Bruno in the 10, because that's our attack, better than Trossard, Saka, Goikarez, and Odegaard.
Can I swap Gyökeres for Jesus?
No, because he only same.
Jesus had 4 games.
Nope.
Jesus was our number 9 all last season. Ahmad wasn't playing.
Jesus wasn't your number 9 all last season. Because Havertz was playing up front as well. So I didn't want to hear that.
Okay, so can I have Havertz then?
He's not playing on the weekend.
He might. He's been on the bench last couple of games.
So who's going to start up front for you?
I think Jesus might start.
Okay, let's say Jesus. Bro, even if you want to do that,
if it's Jesus up top, Saka, Trossard, and Odegaard in the 10. Yeah, I'm taking all 4.
So I'm taking Mbuemo over Saka this season because Saka's been Mbuemo over Saka this season comfortably. I'm taking Bruno over Odegaard.
I don't think so.
And I'm taking Cunha over Trossard.
Then you're happy, and I'm happy that you're happy. But I would never. If you offered me any of those players in the summer to replace our players, I'm not taking them.
Based on this season, are you taking Mbuemo over Saka?
No. Genuinely, Saka's not hit his level this season, and it's bad. But there's lots of games where Saka hasn't got GA or goals and assists where he's still forced.
You're talking about as an attack. I'm not talking about as a football player, you know.
No, I'm talking about as an attacker.
As an attacker, you will take.
I'm talking about as an attacker. Yeah, his final ball hasn't been the best. His goal scoring ability has been really poor. But I've seen him consistently cooking fullbacks. He cooked Inter. They doubled up on him. He cooked them. He put the ball into the box. And Saka's got. I know people laugh.
You're talking about systems. You're talking about as a system, right?
I'm talking about a player. I'm talking about what he did on the pitch as a player.
As an individual.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah, so I want to get the metric. I want to get the metric,
bro. If we say who's better, Kevin De Bruyne or Odegaard, man's will get you. But the systems fit Kevin De Bruyne. What are we doing? I can only go by what I'm seeing. I can only go by what I'm seeing.
Okay, cool. The reason why I'm saying that is because the reason why I said
Brian Mbuemo is more direct. I get you. He's more direct. That
wasn't my argument.
No, but it's just United fans and how you lot see football. Because some of your fans, you were on the stream, your fans were arguing that Ahmad's a better player than Saka, which is horrendous. But
Saka's a better player than Mbuemo. Okay, but it doesn't mean. I said our attack is better than your attack.
I would rather.
Saka is not a better attacker than Mbuemo.
I think that
he's a better football player.
I think that he's not a better attacker. I think that he is.
I disagree.
And also, even if you wanted to say that, football's not just about attack. So if we're picking the attack, your attack is your first line of defence as well.
But you're the one who disagreed with this. I said our attack's better. I didn't say our team's better. I didn't say they're better players.
I would still have Saka over Mbuemo purely as attack. If he didn't have to do any defending, just solely attacking.
And controlling the football game, you pick Saka over Mbuemo.
Controlling the football game, we're not even having this conversation.
That's my point.
Yeah,
if you're removing Saka,
controlling the football game.
That's what I'm saying. If you're removing all of those, the fact that you can control the football game, the fact that you can just attack, you have Saka over Mbuemo.
Just beating the fullback and putting the ball into the box, or beating the fullback and cutting in and shooting.
Anything to attack. You're taking Saka over Mbuemo. You're on Budge.
No,
you're on Budge.
Not at all.
You're on Budge. I am. And you're taking Odegaard over Bruno.
Oh yeah.
On attack, you're on Budge. You're definitely on Budge. You're definitely on Budge. You're definitely on Budge.
Bruno versus Odegaard in attack only. That's fine. But obviously that's not football. But in attack only, that's fine.
You're the one who disagreed with me.
In attack only, that's fine. That's fine.
I think our entire attack line is better than your attack line. But you lot play better football than us, and you lot control football.
Purely attacking.
No.
Purely attacking. You're having Cunha over Trossard. Purely attacking.
100%. Every day of the week. 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 Every day of the week.
Roll on Sunday.
Every day of the week.
Roll on Sunday.
But no, you're not understanding my point.
No, I understand your point.
I feel like you are a better team.
I understand your point.
But I'm just saying, if there's an individual aspect that we can exploit, is that our attack is better than yours.
I don't think it's better, but I hear you. Your attack is far better than your defense, and your attack is better under Carrick than it was for the last 18 months. So I hear you, but it's still not better than ours. That's outrageous.
No, I don't really think it is.
I don't think so.
Your system controls football matches, but you don't create enough chances for you to tell me that your attack's better than ours.
I bet you good money that if I Google how many chances we created this season so far, it's higher than yours.
Check. I don't know. You might be. Check. And not from set pieces as well.
Yeah. I don't know if they'll
have it.
I don't know if they'll have it.
I don't know.
Let's see.
What's the average GA of each team? Like what?
Let's have a look.
We create a lot of chances, you know. Like we create a lot of chances, bro. Even on the
do you not score them?
Huh?
Do you not score them? You create a lot of chances. Are you saying that you don't score them?
We score them, but we concede a lot of goals, bro.
Okay.
We concede a lot of goals, bro.
Arsenal have created 231 chances in the Premier League. Let me check Manchester United this season. I'm trying to find it for the whole team.
What's it saying?
I can't. I'm trying to find the same thing.
Yeah.
It says 44 big chances, but that's not.
That's not what you're looking for.
Nah, it's not got it for the same. Bruno Fernandes created the most chances by any Man United player. I'm trying to find the same thing, but I can't find it. But we'll see. I don't think your attack is better than ours, though.
I don't really do.
I don't think so.
I don't really do. When we played you, our attack was better than yours.
I agree. That game it was, yeah. That was our first game of the season, though. But yeah, and our attack's got progressively better since then. I think
if you watch Honestly. United play, yeah, we actually create a lot of chances. We don't control football matches, but we create a lot of chances. Like even our midfielders are way like, bro. Have you seen Casemiro this season? He's even playing DM. This guy's playing in cam. Like, bro, our fullbacks, we got. To be fair, when we play against you, it'll be Dorgu on the left wing.
Yeah.
So it'll be Dorgu against
Ben White.
That'd
be fine. But Dorgu can outrun Ben White, but he can't cross the ball. Is the problem?
He's been crossing the ball well recently, bro.
He's looked a bit better, but I think Dorgu's good. His crossing's not.
He's gonna be the one to cause you the most problems. If we play Dorgu up,
not Ahmad.
No, because the Timber's on that side. Timber's a good player. Depends. I don't know how you're gonna play. If you don't sit deep, then I don't know. If you don't play with a high line, you lot are in trouble. Still.
Who's the 11 that you want to see for Manchester United? Keeper, go through the whole team.
Goalkeeper, obviously, Layman's. I want to see.
He's not great as well.
No, he's not. But what do you want to do? You want
to
there?
That's what I like. Yeah, I do. Anyone, yeah. But have them both. I don't care.
You're gonna have. I actually did like Maguire and Martinez last week, so it's gonna be Maguire.
How long have I told you Maguire's a player? I told you for a long time.
And to be fair, Maguire and Martinez will pocket Gyökeres if Gyökeres starts.
Yeah, I don't think he'll start.
He probably won't. They probably know that he's gonna get pocketed.
I actually don't think he will either.
What?
I don't think he will.
Nah, you get pocketed.
I don't think he will.
Pocketed.
I don't think he will.
Pocket, bro. You get pocketed. You see what they done to Haaland last week?
I hear Haaland's. In fact, I'm not even going to justify this. Tell me you're 11. I don't think you will, because I watched him play Inter. You didn't see him play Inter last night, bro. He was on crack last night, bro. No banner.
This guy's got no tech.
Okay, cool. We'll see.
Left back.
You see his goal?
No, I didn't. I only saw Jesus' 2 goals. Left back, it's gonna have to be short. It's gonna be a problem because that's the only person we have.
Not Dorgu.
No, Dorgu's been playing left wing, bro.
Okay.
Right back.
So Cunha's your best left winger, but your manager don't even start. That's fine. You know, go through your 11 again. My bad, because I want to clip this. Go through your 11 again. Start again with the keeper. My bad. Let me be quiet.
Layman's, Martinez, Maguire, Luke Shaw. Unfortunately, I can't wait till Mazwari comes back, but it's going to be Dallo. Then you're going to have Kobe and Cass in a double pivot. Then you're going to have Bruno in the 10. Wide left is going to be Dorgu. Wide right is going to be... for me, if... This is where it gets interesting, because I actually don't want to see Mbuemo play up front. I actually want to see Mbuemo play wide right. That's the worst thing. I actually want to see Mbuemo play wide right. Yeah, Barnett. What I want to see, you're saying what I want to see, right?
However you want to interpret
more
it.
wide right, and I want to see Sesko up front.
Okay.
No Ahmad.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I want to see.
All right, cool. I want to line up with Kepa in goal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking the piss. Now I want Raya in goal, Timber left back, because you lot's right wing is your strongest, probably one of your stronger positions. Gabriel Saliba, Ben White right back, Zubamendi, Erdegaard, Rice, Saka. I probably want Martinelli and Gyökeres to start.
So you're going to have a Saka, Gyökeres, and Martinelli attack?
Yep.
I'm not scared of that at all.
That's calm. Perfect. Don't be.
Gyökeres up front.
Yep.
That attack is meaty. At Emirates, bro.
Yep.
You're not going to come to us with that attack?
Yep.
Oh, my days, bro. You lot might still win, but that attack is meaty, bro.
Okay.
That attack.
Yep.
Yo. That attack is meaty, bruv.
Okay.
Where's your goals coming from? Now, other than set piece, you can score corners.
Martinelli. Goals come from Martinelli, Gyökeres, Declan Rice.
Declan Rice might score a free kick or a corner or something like
Nah,
that.
he ain't scored a free kick. He ain't scored a free kick. He's bagged against you lot a couple times.
Yeah, I know, yes.
From open play?
Yes. No, there was a corner. There was one of them he scored a flipping
He's
corner.
bagged a couple from open play.
Rice might score. Odegaard might score. Maybe, I don't know. Saka.
Martinelli against... I didn't say Saka, I said Martinelli. I can see Saka getting an assist, but Martinelli...
Because he's up against
Dallo. That's what I'm saying.
He's up against Dallo, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. And even if he gets...
Gyökeres ain't scoring.
What's
What's your prediction?
3-0.
Are you mad? 3-0.
Yeah.
So you're gonna attack and expect 3-0.
We don't even have the beauty of what we do. This is the beauty of what we do. We don't even necessarily have to.
So where was those 3 goals against Nottingham
We don't
Forest?
even have to overly attack. We don't even have to overly attack.
Where was those 3 goals against Nottingham Forest?
Away from home. It's a little homesick.
But Nottingham Forest.
You've been away from home. Nottingham Forest is a good side.
Nottingham Forest are the second bottom half of the table, bro.
So were you lot a couple months ago.
But we're not now.
I'm just saying.
Fair enough.
3-0. What's your score prediction?
1-1.
Okay. You were talking bare spicy just to predict 1-1, you know.
Arsenal are the best team in the league.
Man's talking bare
Arsenal are
shit
the
just
best
to
team in the league. I said you're a better team than us.
You got the attack. You got. All right, fair enough.
I'm at Emirates. I'll say 1-1.
Are you coming over for the live?
I'll try. What
Certain
time the
man
game?
are not-
4:30?
4:30.
I'll try.
So I might do a
Remember, I'm
watch
going to be there from the night before, bro. From, in fact, the morning. Because the Muay fight's
you got
in
bare
Vegas.
time- you got
That
bare time
fight's
to go
in
home.
Vegas,
You
but
got bare
that's
time
6
to go
a.m.
home.
Bro, I'm going to be tired, fam.
You got bare time to go home, man. Come on, man. Take this YouTube thing seriously.
Bro, I'll try.
But yeah, that's it. That's us. We're going to be live for the Man United Arsenal game, or Arsenal Man United game rather. Sunday, we're going to be live for the Muratala fight against Andy Cruz. Saturday night/Sunday morning, so look in for that. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We've got a lot more boxing, a lot more football, all that good stuff coming up. And that's us, man. Episode 41 in the bag. Do you know what I'm saying? And we'll see you, man, on the weekend. Peace.